Now, when Gloria Gaynor's I Will Survive was released back in 1978, it was every girl's dance floor anthem after a few glasses of wine. I'm sure you've all been there, ladies. Well, 30 years on, our next guest, whose debut single, Sweet About Me, was officially the most played song of 2009, is on a mission now to give today's generation of young women an anthem of their own. Would you please welcome Gabriella Chilme?
I'm doing good, thank you.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
So,
I have been here before.
You have been here before, yes. It's nice to see you again, then. So the new single is called On a Mission. So what is your mission? Do you have a mission?
Well, the standard answer to that is like, I want to conquer the world. But the real answer is that I'd love to play, have a residency at the Royal Albert Hall.
That would be a good
because that's the most beautiful venue in the world, and the sound is just, I love it. So.
And that is amazing. Sweet About Me was the most listened to record of 2009. I mean, that is quite incredible.
I know, I didn't really believe it at first because it was released the year before, but then I heard it once while I was in the loo and I thought, that's really weird, it really does get around everywhere.
Did you write that? Did you write that song?
Yeah.
How old were you when you wrote it? Because you're only 4 now.
I think 15. Yeah.
Were you?
Wow.
Yeah.
What's it about? What exactly is it about? Because you seem quite sweet.
Oh, that's not really true. No, it was basically, I think because I got into the business so young and people have this tendency to, you know, when they have young acts, to mould them and to create them, you know, the way they want to. And I guess I really didn't want that to happen to me. So, you know, I was a bit of a tomboy growing up too, you know, no one mess with me kind of thing. So I guess that's how the song came about.
Was it a bit scary, though? I mean, because that song was so huge, you know, having to write something else and follow it up. It's a bit tricky, isn't it, going after a single like that?
It did freak me out. Everyone freaks out when they're writing their second record. But, you know, I was determined not to let that happen to me, but it did. You know, I started out thinking I'd write, like, a New Orleans piano record, and then that didn't really work out, so I wasn't sure what I wanted to do. And actually then one of my bandmates gave me a Donna Summer record, I remember yesterday.
Donna, listen to us.
And, Donna Summer. Because it does remind me of those days, of those sort of 70s disco days.
And then I kind of fell in love with disco, so like Gloria Gaynor, like you were saying before, you know, I loved her, and Amy Stewart, Knock on Wood, and Flashdance, and
much as your parents and your family are obviously hugely proud of your success at such a young age, what do they think of you being out in you know, such a big wide world and being still only sort of 18 years old?
Well, I call my mum and dad every day, pretty much. My grandmother has got something to say about it. She's like, Dudley, I don't understand why you have to go so far away. It's not very nice to business. These people not very nice out there. And she goes, I always call her, and she's always telling me to come back home. So that's what they think about it, but...
So you've got to be quite tough in the music industry to be your own person. And we were talking earlier about resilience and knockbacks. You know, you're only 18. Are you a resilient girl? Where do you get this feistiness from that you obviously have?
Probably my Italian family, I'd say.
The women, particularly.
The women, because... And I like the way they make the men think they're in control when they're not in control. I like that. But, yeah, I mean, if you can't... You know, because I'd read, like, bad reviews, and at first that stuff would get to me, because... You know, and blogs, people these days can say whatever they want on these forums, you know, and I was reading all that stuff, but now I'm like, I don't. I stay away from that.
We stopped, haven't we?
How do you feel about performing live? Because to stand in front of hundreds and hundreds of people and sing, and it's just you, it's not like you're in a band or anything, it's you on your own. How do you cope with that?
That's really nerve-wracking, actually. That's the worst thing for me. I love performing, but the moments just before I go on stage, like just before I played Glastonbury, I felt like I was going to wee myself. I get really funny. So I did these meditation classes to help me sort that out. But I just find that I work best when I just have to throw myself into things, you know, throw myself into the deep end.
Feel the fear and do it anyway.
Yeah,
You're saying about you know, thousands of people watching you. At the end of the month, you've going to have millions around the world watching you because it's the start of Formula One in Melbourne, isn't it? And you're singing for the opening ceremony.
I know. I have to sing the national anthem, which is scary because there's 200 million people that watch it.
Wow.
Nerve-wracking, really nerve-wracking.
What an honour, though.
It's a big honour.
Do you know all the words?
It's a big honour. I know. I do know the words. I have to brush up on like the second verse. I don't know if I have to sing the second verse.
You just do the theme to Neighbours.
Well, I know that will go down really well.
How has it been for you, again, going back to this success as regards sort of finding boys, because they must be quite intimidated, you know, by your fame. So I don't know if you heard us talking about this new lipstick.
The lipstick. I was trying to work out
what do you think?
if
Do you think that would be a
any of
good
you
thing for you?
No, that would be awful for me because I blush at like a second, and I got stuck in a revolving door yesterday waving goodbye to a cute guy. So that's not cool.
So even more attention if you're whizzing around with bright red lips.
That would not be a good look for me. So I don't know if I'd be able to cope with that. No.
So do you want us to put a plea out for the good-looking boy to come back?
Oh yeah, no.
She's not normally that uncool, are you?
No, I'm pretty cool most of the time. So.
Well, listen, the single On a Mission is out now. The album 10 is out on March the 22nd, sorry. So we wish you the best of luck with that, and we'll be watching Formula One. Remember the word.
Thank you. I will. I'll try.
You. Thank you very much, Gabriella Chilmi.
Thank you.
We're going to take a quick break now. Still to come, we've got our take on this week's agony columns, Miriam Margolyes and Irish dancing. So don't say we're not versatile on this show. See you in a couple of minutes.